can't get out of this!
It wasn't a dream.
There's a group that meets.
Group?
People who've seen the same sort of things you have.
Which group of aliens abducted you?
Bob, we are not victims. We are participants.
I don't recall them being human.
I've got to go! My baby's screaming!
You people, you sit there, you're in for one big surprise.
Hey, what's going on, man? We back, bro. We back at it again. It's your boy Proclaim Truth back at it with another video, man. Let's get right to it. And we're gonna stay on topic, bro. Y'all already know what I've been talking about, man. These phenomenon that's been going on, man. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new. I've been talking about this stuff, so hey, might as well keep talking about it. Hey, say, so in the last video I posted, you know, I wasn't trying to be on here too long, but my bad, my allergies acting up, man. So if y'all see me keep rubbing my nose, man, ain't no funny business going on. I just got real bad allergies where I live. But yeah, like I was saying, my last video, you know, I talked about how these strange lights and these phenomenon, whatever it's causing it, it seems the purpose of it seems to be, as of right now, to one, gain your attention, two, get you pretty much to draw you in and get you obsessed, right? That's all it is, you know. And we're being told that, hey, it's none, you know, it's
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
it's not hostile or anything of that nature, so nothing to worry about. So you like, all right, if it's not hostile, is it benevolent, malevolent? I don't know which one. Benevolent, I think, is the good, but yeah, benign, benevolent. I think benign is good. Is it benevolent? I think benevolent, benign. I think benevolent is the bad, just like cancer or tumor. But anyway, yeah, so they're telling us these things are not malevolent and not to worry. So we like, bro, what? And these things that's in these skies been doing crap that's weird, like straight up weird. One, I seen one where somebody was like looking at these things through an infrared camera, and it was like they were just oozing, and it was like whatever was dripping from them was just vanishing in, you know, into nowhere. And then they shot something at it. I think it was a video from some military. It could have been an old video, but it was one of those orb things nonetheless. They shot something at it, and it pretty much it like phased out and just came back in, right? And then another one, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen a little jellyfish UFO. The thing, you know, it was also captured via military or a military contract, or one or the other. You need sophisticated devices to capture these things. I'll go ahead and tell y'all the secret. You need infrared. If you combine the camera that you have, if you can get something infrared, like an infrared beam, and all you have to do is make sure the infrared beam is on, and then when you take a photo, you have to make sure it has a flash, and you can capture some stuff like that. The only reason I tell you that, because they are aware that, I know early cell phones, like back up, I would say, you know, probably to the mid 2010s, phones were like sensitive to that stuff, and they would pick it up. Like you could go back in your gallery and see some crazy stuff. But with the rise of Samsung and, you know, the iPhone monopoly, it pretty much, all those other phones pretty much fell to the wayside. Those phones that could really pick up on stuff like that. So, you know, they don't have to worry about that. But best believe these cameras and everything, they got some advanced technology in these cameras that kind of, it diminishes the freaking pixels and everything when you try to capture electromagnetic phenomena. You have to know what you're doing specifically when you go into the camera settings to kind of get it to where it can capture that kind of stuff. That's why when people try to capture the northern lights and all that crap with the phone, they struggle. You couldn't see it. You had to go and, you know, change up some stuff. But, yeah, getting back to the message at hand. Like I stated earlier, man, these things want, quote unquote, communion with you. So I know I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't go into it. So I'm gonna take the time now to kind of go into it, man. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read this book or seen the movie, shoot, click out the video, be like, you know, all right, Proclaim Truth, thank you for what you already dropped on us, man. I'm gonna go watch this video or this movie. But pretty much it was this dude, I can't remember his profession. It's called Communion. It was written by this author, Alex. What is his name? Not Alex. Is it Alex? I think it's Whitley Strieber. I think that's it. It's called Communion. And this dude had like an abduction experience. He stayed in a cabin in the woods, and he had like this sleep paralysis / abduction experience. And it left him pretty much obsessed. You know, he was like, what in the world happened? It was so real to him, and nothing in his life, nothing that he known up to that time could pretty much explain it. And I think this happened in like the 70s, either the 60s or the 70s. Nothing in his life up to that point could pretty much explain what he had just witnessed or experienced, him and his wife. And I think he got more and more and more pretty much drawn in. So it's interesting to me because throughout reading this, you know, at the time I was like, you know, I really don't know what it is. You know, it seemed like the technology and the wisdom and, you know, things of the occult, it seems like, hey, we can use this to make stuff better, make society better, make the world better. But when you really dive down to the nitty gritty, you see true agendas. But going back to the Alex, I keep calling him Alex, bro. I don't know. The Whitley thing. So the dude, I think, and then after his experience, it's like he would look outside, you know, look out from his front porch, look into the woods, and it's like something was drawing him in. He was like, it's like he would have freaking, what it called, deja vu. When he would look out there, stand on his porch, look out there, he's like, I feel like it's something familiar. Like, I don't know if
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
He like, it's something familiar, man. My bad, man. I've been on the go, bro. Y'all just gotta get me when you get me. You feel me? And what better time to talk than when you're in a freaking vehicle? You feel me? But anyway, he would have these feelings where it felt like he had experienced certain things, but he could not remember it. So time goes, he keep doing more research, and like every night he would wake up and like look out the window like something was telepathically reaching out to him. He had a strong urge to go see what was going on. So one day in the middle of the night, he took it upon himself to freaking go out. And I'm paraphrasing, man. It's been a long time since I read this book, so I'm just trying to. And he went out there and he could sense a presence, and it was like something otherworldly, but he could never pin he could never pin down whether they were benevolent or malevolent, good or evil. He couldn't. It was always like, hey, why won't you? What are you hiding from me? Like, are you like, you know? And then these things started, his experiences started getting stronger and stronger to the point where these things would actually come in his house. And he pretty much, I think he said that they acted childlike, almost like little elves and stuff. and you know, stuff like that when he would have these experiences, right? That's how they first started out. It seemed like little elves was coming into his house, messing with things, touching them, like, you know, when he was having this, like, when he was being like this trance or abduction experience, right? So time goes on, they start to get stronger and stronger and stronger. I think his wife, I don't know, I don't want to say he got divorced if he didn't, but I know one of the things that stuck out, he kept asking, it got to the point he would try to, it's called communion, because he was like, hey, I need to make contact with these things, we need to have a communion. So he started trying things to kind of like get these things to respond to him, because he knew they were there. It got to the point, I know you're out there. Whatever message you want to give to me, give to me. And it got to the point, one day he had his experience. And this, I thought this was interesting, man, because a lot of people thought dude was making this stuff up. But over the years, like throughout my research and everything, I found out there's a lot of patterns in what he said in those books with things that actually happened. And one thing that always stuck with me in that book, he was like, he one time, it's like he was dreaming, but he was having a vision or whatever. He was having an abduction experience. And he was like, he went out his house. There was this craft in his front yard, by the woods, in the woods, little area, wherever, that they always try to get him to go to. There was a craft out there. And something was guiding him, like, all right, get on the craft, sit down, blah, 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 blah. And he said he could not, if I remember correctly, he couldn't see the entities that was like guiding him or whatever. He couldn't see, but he felt like he could trust them, you know, or at least he thought he could.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Yeah, so he it goes on, he get on this craft, and he was like, if there was other people on that craft, but he could not see their faces. He could not see their faces. And then next thing you know, it was like, it's almost like they was levitating, they was like going real fast, and he was looking out a porthole or a window or something, and he just kept seeing a bunch of lights, like stars. There was a lot of lights, thousands of lights, stars in the sky night. And I think he asked one of these creatures, he was pretty much like, why are there stars? Where are we going? You know, kind of like that. And the creature, I don't know whether it spoke to him telepathically or whatever, but he like suddenly he realized that what he was looking at weren't stars, they were souls. They were the souls of humans and everything. And I think, and after that, you know, I think he kind of woke up from his experience in the bed. So it gets deeper and deeper, to the point where, you know, towards the end, he actually went on, they actually revealed themselves to him. They looked like alien grays and insects and all this stuff. He got on the ship, and it's like they did experiments on them and, you know, all that crap. And then, whereas this man thought that there was a chance that they was benevolent, in the end, he was like, it was pretty much like, to conclude, I don't know if they're evil or good, but I don't think they're good, but I'm going to continue to look into it. And I'm like, dang, bro. You know, so in the end, I think that's kind of what he was feeling, but he was so obsessed, he was kind of blind to that fact. So this whole experience, what we're seeing with these freaking, these lights in the sky and all this stuff, that's only the first part, man. I knew it was gonna come to that. I'm telling you, the next step, people are gonna start seeing these entities and, you know, crap. And because of the rise of AI, it's gonna be almost like we're desensitized, because in our mind, we don't know if that's real or fake. So we're so used to AI generated videos and images, we're gonna be seeing like some creatures like, oh, what the crap? And you know, it's not saying, there's nothing that we can really, you know, it's messing with our mind. It's a form of mind control. We're kind of being manipulated, because I mean, shoot, if you're watching everything through a freaking portal, your phone and everything, a Black Mirror, you know, you can be manipulated easily, bro. It's a Black Mirror for a reason, bro. The same technology that been in use for 1,000 years, bro. For 1,000 years. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here. So yeah, man, you gotta stay vigilant, have a strong mind throughout this stuff, man. I know there's people that like to look into stuff like this. There's people that don't want to know. They know enough about it. Like I don't care. I'm just gonna go on about my life.